Hi everyone, Patrice Amori, registered dietitian here. We have some great things to talk about today and I'm really excited to get into it with you. Before we do, just a quick background about me. I am a registered dietitian, so that means I've completed an undergraduate program at a university, and I also completed an internship and then went on to pass a board certified exam. So when you are looking for nutrition information, it is definitely huge to go to someone who knows the nutrition and who studied it for a while. As a dietitian now, I do work with patients at an inpatient clinical facility for mental health. I'm here to talk to you today about carbohydrates and weight loss and how you can achieve both without having to fully cut out carbs. So why I kind of want to talk about this is because a lot of people in today's society are kind of carbophobic, and they feel like the best way and the quickest way to get weight loss is to just cut out carbs totally and completely and never eat them again. So let's just get right down to it. What are carbohydrates? So carbohydrates, point blank, are a form of energy. They are basically how we get our energy to do physical activity, thinking, whether in school, work, anything like that, using your brain, using your body, you need carbs. So carbs are not a fat, and they do not get stored as a fat in our body. Your brain uses carbs as its primary fuel source. So that is what your brain needs to give you the energy for everything. Now, not all carbs are the same. Not all carbs are created equal. So there are two types of carbohydrates. The first type is called simple carbs, and these simple carbs are broken down really quick, and they typically lack fiber and are higher in sugar. So those are simple carbs. Now, number two is complex carbs. Our complex carbs have fiber, so they're different in the simple carbs basically because of the fiber content. So complex carbs that have fiber are foods like whole grain breads, whole grain pastas, brown rice, oatmeal, fruit, vegetables, and beans. So those are your complex carbs. So now we just learned that there's two different types of carbohydrates, simple and complex. And our complex carbs, they contain a lot of nutrients and vitamins to help support healthy bodies. And it's not to say that we're never going to eat our simple carbs ever again, and we're never going to have white rice, we're never going to have pasta, we're never going to have desserts. It's really about finding that balance between the two carbs. So what I like to tell people is to have a majority of your day's carbohydrates come from those complex carb sources. So have them come from those whole grains, fruits, vegetables, beans. Now, you can still have white rice, white bread, but you're going to have that as part of your smaller percentage of the day. So is that to say totally cut it out and don't have it? It's just we're having it less often than we're having our whole grain products. Let's get real about diets. What do they all have in common? All diets out there, their main reason for follow this, you'll lose weight, is because they are restricting foods. The truth is, cutting out any food group can make you lose weight. Doing juice cleanses can make you lose weight. But is that sustainable over the long term? That is the question you have to ask yourself. And it's different for everybody. But bottom line is, diets teach us what to restrict. They do not teach us how to eat. They do not teach us to form a good relationship with our food. So the only way that carbs can make you gain weight is if you're having too much of them. The same can happen if you're eating too much protein. You can gain weight. If you're eating too much fat, even healthy fats, you can gain weight that way. So in excess, the body stores carbs, protein, and fats all as fat. So only in excess can you really gain weight. The best way to be sustainable is controlling our portions. And that's not including any restrictions, just controlling our portions. Everyone has a different metabolism. Everyone processes food differently than someone else. So what works best for you? With restricting certain foods and kind of cutting them out completely, it doesn't really help us build a positive relationship with food, because then we tend to view certain foods as good, certain foods as bad. We get into the cheat meals, the cheat days. So I kind of take a new approach to this and find ways to have all foods fit into your lifestyle, and that is something that is incredibly sustainable for a lot of people. So I ask you today, instead of asking yourself, what can I cut out? Ask yourself, what can I add? What fruits can you add? What vegetables? What whole grains do you not have a lot? What can you add into your diet today to make a difference and help you feel better, feel healthier, and be healthier, rather than what can I restrict? The key to sustainable weight loss is slow changes over time. So nothing fast and drastic. Slow, small, steady changes will definitely lead you in the right direction. So that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for listening. If you want more nutrition advice, follow me on my other social media pages. It's been great. Thank you.